Hello, and welcome to part 3 of creating or coding our Pac-Man game. In part 2, we created the maze for the game and the walls that you see. In part 3 here today, we are going to create the little Pac Dots that Pac-Man collects in the game. So to get started with that, we're going to go down here to choose a sprite and click the paintbrush. And you go ahead and decide on which color you want for your dots. For this game, I'm going to go ahead and make them white for mine. And I'm going to click on the circle, go to the color, and move it over for that white color. And I do not need an outline, so I will click no outline. And now I'll hold the shift key down and make my dot. That'll help make a perfect circle. And then I will connect my dot, the little bullseye, with the cross, and it kind of will just snap right in together there. So you can see there I have my first little Pac dot. Now the size of it is obviously too big, so I'm going to go down here to size, and let's try 50. That is probably still a tad bit too big, and your number may be completely different than mine. That looks like a good size. And then you can click and move it, and I'm just going to put it down here close to our Pac-Man. Now that we have got our first little Pac Dot made, I'm going to go ahead and give it its name. Up here where it says sprite, I'm just going to go ahead and type Pac Dot. And then I'm going to go and click on the code tab. And now it is time for us to do a little bit of coding. So the first bit of code that we will need, so we will click on events and grab a when green flag is clicked. And then we will go to looks and grab a show block. And we'll go to control and get a forever block. Inside the forever block, we're going to get an if then. And then we're going to go to sensing. And actually, before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and click on our Pac-Man here, and we're going to go ahead and name it as well. Should have probably done that earlier. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and click up back to the Pac Dot. And I'm going to go to sensing and get the touching mouse pointer block. So if our Pac Dot is touching, and that's why I went back and named Pac-Man there. So if the dot there is touching Pac-Man, we want these things to happen. I'm going to go to variables. I'm going to get a make a variable. And go ahead and type in score for all sprites and click OK. And you will see the little score box pop up there. And that's why we left a little bit of room for that. You can change the look of this as well. If I right click, you have large readouts. Maybe you don't want the word score next to it. And then there's a slider, which doesn't make too much sense for this game. I'm going to stick with this for now. So if touching Pac-Man, then I'm going to go in variables and grab this change block. And we're going to change that to score. And here you're going to decide how many points you get for eating those pellets. Once again, it's your game. It's completely up to you. And I'm going to I will put 10 points for now. And then I'm going to go to looks, and I'm going to find the hide block. So our code says when the green flag is clicked, We want all the pellets to reappear. If we had just got done playing the game, we have a forever loop. So forever, if the pellets, if the dots are touching Pac-Man, then change the score by 10 and hide. So I'm gonna go ahead and click our green flag. You see our Pac-Man is now animated, and I'm gonna move him over to the dot there. It disappears, my score goes up by 10, and we are all good. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset the game, and our dot reappears, and we got a couple things to adjust. One, our Pac-Man is upside or is facing up, so I want to fix that. And I want the score to go back to 10 or go back to 0. So I'm gonna click on Pac-Man, and I'm just gonna click stop. And then right here, actually we'll do it on this block right here where we have the when green flag is clicked, and we have go to and set rotation style. I'm going to go back to variables and get my chain or set block and set score to 0. And then I'm going to go to motion, and then I'm going to get a point in direction. And what this has, I'm pointing right. So when I reset the game, I'll go ahead and click the green flag. You can see that Pac-Man is now facing right, and the score went to 0. Let's go ahead and play the game again. The Pac Dot disappears. The score is now 10 points. If I click the green flag, Pac-Man's facing the right direction. Our dot is back, and the score is 0. So the next thing you'll want to do is you want to start filling up your board with some of these dots. Now that we know that the code is working, don't do this if you have errors. You don't want to replicate your errors over and over again. So once you know that all the code is good, we do know our code is good here. I can go down here, and I can right click and click duplicate, and you can see these dots will start appearing, and they'll kind of appear in some random spots. And so you'll want to take a little bit of time now to start filling up your maze with dots for Pac-Man to go and get. All right, we'll do one more here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. All right, duplicate, and we'll just put that one, we'll put it right there. And now go ahead and click the green flag. My score is going up. There's up to 30. I'll eat the other 2. It's up to 50 points. All that's working great. And then we'll go ahead and reset. We'll click the green flag. All the dots are back except that last one. Let's figure out what's going on with that. All right, the 5th dot is back. It was just a small glitch, I guess, in Scratch. It happens. Scratch is a free software, so those things will happen. So if everything is good, go ahead and fill up your boards with those dots, and then until part 4.